Gorr, the last of his race, spends his days fighting for life in a barren desert alongside his daughter Love. Love cries out to his god Rupu, but he soon dies from starvation. Gorr discovers Rupu in an oasis, just as he begins to hear a voice calling out to him from a distance. Rupu had just killed the most recent user of an ancient weapon known as All Black the Necrosword. Rupu makes fun of Gorr's helplessness and likewise decides not to help. Gorr beheads him and says that all gods will be destroyed after feeling tricked. Thor begins his journey with the Guardians of the Galaxy, answering distress signals from all over the cosmos while improving on his physical fitness. Thor, though, is still unhappy with his situation and plans to retire. There is an increase in calls for help from people looking for Gorr, including one from Sif, who had been looking for him. In response to Sif's call, Thor and Korg separate from the Guardians and go to attend to the others. Sif, who has had her arm severed and is defeated, appears to them and informs them that Gorr will assault New Asgard next. Dr. Jane Foster is receiving treatment for stage 4 cancer in the meantime. She starts to lose hope after failed attempts to find a treatment, but Foster is motivated to go to New Asgard in the hopes that their magic can help cure the cancer. Mjolnir is pulled to her, fuses back together, and bestows her with the abilities of the Mighty Thor because Thor unintentionally enchanted it to guard Foster while they were together. That evening, Gorr inundates New Asgard with shadow creatures with the Necrosword. King Valkyrie and Foster also show there to confront them, which surprises Thor, along with Thor, Korg, and Sif. Even though the monsters were repelled, Gorr and the children of Asgard, including Axel, Heimdall's son, manage to escape. Thor talks to Axel, and they conclude that the kids are in the Shadow Realm. Thor, Foster, Valkyrie, and Korg go to Omnipotence City to alert Zeus of Gorr and request an army to aid fight him because they know Gorr's strength will be at its greatest there. Zeus, not believing Gorr poses a threat to Omnipotence City, instead captures Thor, requiring the others to step in and repel Zeus' warriors. Zeus destroys Korg's body during the altercation, only his visage is left unharmed, although this is enough for him to survive. Zeus is impaled in the chest by an enraged Thor using the Thunderbolt, which Valkyrie grabs as they flee to face Gorr in the Shadow Realm. Thor and Foster restart their romance after he hears of Foster's cancer diagnosis while they are traveling. When they arrive, they start looking for the kids but soon learn they were caught in a trap. Gorr planned to use Stormbreaker to cross the Bifrost Bridge and enter Eternity, where he could make a wish for the demise of the gods. They fight Gorr and his shadow creatures once more, but when Foster and Valkyrie become too weak to traverse the Bifrost, they must flee back to New Asgard, where Gorr has stolen Stormbreaker. Thor advises Foster to stay behind to recover after learning that Mjolnir's effects are making her cancer worse. Valkyrie is likewise unable to continue the conflict, leaving Thor with the Thunderbolt so that he can resume his conflict with Gorr. With Stormbreaker, Gorr starts to unlock Eternity's gate at the center of the universe.
The youngsters are given the strength they need to defeat the remaining shadow demons when Thor appears and bestows them with the power of Thor. Against Thor, Gorr gains the upper hand. Foster, sensing his anguish, decides to use Mjolnir once more, despite her frail state, and join the battle. Foster has plenty of time to destroy Gorr and herself by using Mjolnir to break the Necrosword into pieces. The kids use Stormbreaker that Thor has found to get back home, but they were unable to stop Gorr from going into Eternity. Thor rushes to Foster's side and cries out to Gorr, begging him to choose love over death. He chose to use his wish to resurrect love since their love made him think of the love he felt for his daughter. Foster loses his battle with cancer quickly and enters Valhalla. Before Gorr succumbs to the Necrosword's curse, Thor agrees to Gorr's request for him to assume possession of love. In the aftermath, Foster's portrayal of the Mighty Thor is memorialized with a statue in New Asgard. Korg's body entirely regenerates while he tries to have a child, and Sif and Valkyrie start teaching the kids how to fight. Thor begins to raise Love as his own child and gives Stormbreaker to her to take care of while he uses Mjolnir in combat. The two,